Well, let's get some clarity now on the ANC's NEC meeting that happened at the weekend. Siphamandla Goge is in touch with what's happening there. Siphamandla, good morning to you. And yes, we are hearing that they are stuck. And, you know, the point of Ace Magashule seems to be the sticking point. What do we know as we speak now? What's the last word?
The meeting is still underway. They've just taken a break. We understand from our sources that they will resume around 5 p.m. today. So as we speak, the meeting technically is still underway. But remember that ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa and Deputy President David Mabuza had to go to the Eastern Cape because they've got a government engagement there. But we understand that ANC NEC meeting will resume at 5. That point of Ace Magashule and the step-aside principle or resolution is what has caused a stalemate. We understand from our sources that there was indeed a robust debate. There were disagreements. Some people saying, yes, those who have been criminally charged, they need to step aside and they should be given at least 7 days to do so. If they refuse, then they need to be suspended and they need to be disciplined. Other members saying, no, that should not be the case. But we understand that what has halted the meeting was Ace Magashule speaking to his guns, saying no, he is not going to step aside. And then there was a stalemate. As we speak, the meeting is still going to reconvene and continue. So those closing remarks by President Cyril Ramaphosa of the ANC have been delayed. We were expecting that to happen yesterday. Even the ANC issued an alert saying he was going to deliver those closing remarks and the media was going to be allowed to listen in on that one, but that has been postponed and it's been delayed because, simply put, there is a stalemate. They are not agreeing on that thorny issue of the stepping aside principle.
Well, it does absolutely seem that there's no compromise or room for compromise as well here, Sipha. But what will the outcome or what will the decision, if and when we actually get one out of this meeting on the issue of step aside and the step aside policy and Ace Magashule, what will it tell us about the factions within the ANC and who's stronger, or, you know, who we think is not going to make it but might actually be stronger than we think? What will that decision, what is it telling us already that we are at the stalemate?
It tells us that factionalism in the ANC, disunity, tells us that that unity project that they were trying to pitch and trying to project to South Africans that they are a united front, well, that was a farce. That unity project from 2017 has never really taken off. So no matter the outcome, whether Ace Magashule steps aside or he does not step aside, we can tell that already the ANC is deeply divided. But we need to go back a bit here, rewind. Let's go back to 2007. Remember former President Jacob Zuma's slate won everything in Polokwane. You fast forward to 2012 in Mangaung, his slate won everything also. Come to 2017 now in Nasrec, December 2017, there was that unity slate, or what they call the zebra slate, the blended slate, when they were trying to unite the ANC. But since 2017, the ANC leadership, the top officials of the ANC and the NEC have always been deeply divided. So moving forward, we will see those divisions, that disunity and factionalism being heightened in the ANC.
So when are we likely to get any kind of decision or get any kind of feedback from this meeting? Like you say, the President and Deputy President not there. We wonder if they'll make it when this meeting actually resumes at 5. They are busy this morning. We are actually tracking their steps this morning. So are we likely to get a decision anytime soon? How do you see this sort of panning out?
More hours of waiting. We'll still need to wait for more hours, but definitely by this evening, at least our sources are telling us that this meeting needs to wrap up by this evening. If it doesn't, that will feed into the narrative that yes, indeed, the ANC is fighting. Remember, this is a virtual meeting. Yes, there will be disagreements, but I've seen some reports saying it's been chaotic. However, remember, people are connecting virtually here. So no matter what happens, our sources are telling us that they need to come up to a conclusion. At some point, this meeting needs to draw to a close. They cannot meet for more than, 3 or 4 days. They need to decide on this. So we expect that at least by this evening, there should be a decision and there should be some communication. But remember, all of that is dependent on how the meeting progresses. If Ace Magashule and his supporters or his faction still are adamant that he will not step aside, you are likely not going to have any consensus.
Should he be part of that decision, though? Sipha, you're the guy in the know. You know how these NEC meetings work. Should he, seeing as he is the subject of it all, seeing as he's the hot potato here, should he be part of that decision?
Of course, there have been questions about him having to excuse himself, but then again, remember, this is not a Ace Magashule clause. It deals with all those ANC members who've been criminally charged, but the interest is on him because he's the Secretary General of the party. He is the engine of the organization. So those who support him have said that, yes, he needs to be part of this because that decision that will be taken, it will not only be solely on Ace Magashule, but on all ANC members who have been charged. So he will be part of this because he was elected by conference. He's the Secretary General of the ANC. He has told eNCA before that he will only step aside if the branches of the ANC say he must step aside. Remember, this issue of the step aside policy or this resolution has been contested for months now. The top officials of the ANC met, they discussed it, they took it to the NWC, which took it to the NEC. The NEC took it back to the officials to say they need to finalize the guidelines. Those guidelines were taken to the branches of the ANC because when the NEC was meant to adopt those guidelines, there was a debate again to say, hang on, take it to the heart of the ANC, the branches of the ANC, let them decide on that. So hence we are where we are today.
All right, well, Sipha, how urgent is this matter for the ANC? We are supposedly in an election year. We are waiting to hear about local government elections. It might happen. How urgent is it, the outcome? How urgent is this decision? And also this disunity, the chaos that seems to be sort of uprooting the ANC at the moment?
It's very urgent. Remember, the ANC needs to be seen to be doing something about corruption. We came to this thing of stepping aside because South Africans were saying in the ANC there is a perception that those who are accused of corruption are being rewarded, that the organization is soft on corruption. So this is very urgent for the ANC to be seen to be decisive. They need to deal with this matter once and for all. Already they are a very weakened and divided organization. They are a governing party. Their issues affect them in governance. They affect South Africans as a whole. So if they are unable to resolve their issues, there are question marks on how are they going to govern South Africa, which is already facing many challenges, by the way. You are talking about the collapsed economy, unemployment, SOEs that are dysfunctional, youth unemployment. So the ANC doesn't have time to be bickering and fighting about internal squabbles. They need to sort out the country's pressing socio-economic challenges. But for now, it seems as if they are unable to do that because of this factionalism. So they don't have time. They need to deal with this once and for all. Remember, they still have outstanding regional conferences, provincial conferences. There is the National General Council, the NGC, which was meant to be convened last year. Because of COVID-19, it was not convened. They need to deal with that this year. So it's a busy political calendar for the ANC. They need to deal with the NGC, local government elections coming. They have not performed well in the past. And also, remember, they need to prepare for an elective conference in 2022, and time is not on their side.
Okay, we'll wait and see. And like you say, it is a matter of urgency, but will they be able to put this issue to rest by the end of today? Seriously doubt that. Siphamandla Goge, thank you very much.